Earlier this week in Rutherford, New Jersey, at MetLife Stadium, Kendrick Lamar came and dropped by and did his performance for the GNX tour back-to-back nights, along with his co-headliner SZA, who happens to be from the state of New Jersey. This tour would be sold out back-to-back nights. There would be record-breaking amount of merch sold. Hey, it was an overall success. The newest member of the Breakfast Club, Loren LaRosa, would actually put up a tweet and it would be a little bit questionable from everybody. We're like, what is she talking about? Because she would say how AKADEMIKS lied. This show was amazing. He's been lying to us. I don't know what that was about, but we would soon figure out in a breakdown after a crash out and a challenge by DJ AKADEMIKS.
Loren LaRosa, but please don't lie on me, please. Listen, my nigga, I'm the biggest. I don't give a fuck who you sit next to. I don't care if it's Charlamagne, no. Loren LaRosa, because I've given you a lot of credit. When I call you out of your name, and I'm gonna call you out of your name tomorrow, I promise you. I'm calling you, your mama, your daughter, anybody. I don't give a fuck. Please don't mention my name in no type of bullshit. You, that bitch Jess Hilarious, y'all niggas need to really have some respect. Ma'am, this is gonna be the last time I address you with class. The next time I address you, I will be calling you all type of bitches, hoes, thoughts, speaking about your mama, and I will have my team figure out who everybody in your lineage is, because I don't give a fuck. So if you don't give me what the fuck I lied about when I'm disrespecting you, I promise you, even if Charlamagne came to me himself and said, bro, why are you talking about her like that? I tell Charlamagne suck a dick. I tell Charlamagne suck a dick. You the bitch that read the paper on the motherfucking Breakfast Club. What are you talking about? Because a bitch like you never would try me ever in life. Ever. She gonna have to respond to me. Clip it everywhere. Matter of fact, I'm getting off stream after this. Clip it every fucking day. Loren LaRosa, if your bitch ass don't tell me what the fuck I lied about, I'm on your ass for the rest of the week. Every fucking day. Loren LaRosa, if your bitch ass don't tell me what the fuck I lied about, I'm on your ass for the rest of the week. Every fucking day. Stop playing with me. I'm not one of them niggas.
You see, this is where AKADEMIKS had Loren LaRosa fucked up. You see, you didn't have to crash out like this, but this is what happens when you're being performative for your fan base, along with naturally just being sensitive. You didn't have to take that route. All you had to do was say, hey Loren, I'm asking you, or I'm challenging you to just tell me, where did I lie at? Why am I being called a liar? And that could have been that. I get it. Some people are offended when somebody calls them out. They called you a liar, you took that personal. But if you were trying to just get the facts out of her, then you could have simply just asked. But instead, you threatened to call her out of her name, which you had already did. You disrespected her. You disrespected her co-host. You even disrespected Charlamagne, low key. And this is what you're willing to do. When you become predictable, you look silly. And see, you didn't learn that when you've been vouching for Drake over a year. You still won't admit, hey, he was predictable. That's why Kendrick won. The same way you're being predictable, and she had to put belt to ass. Because not only did she accept the challenge, she put up a whole thread, exhibit A, B, C, D. This is where you lied, my nigga. AKADEMIKS would start off his drunken Hennessy rant by disrespectfully tweeting the brown girl grinding Loren LaRosa and stay, bitch, what I lie about? Fuck you using my name in a tweet for, cause you got some free tickets. Loren, being the organized journalist that she is, she made a whole thread proving AKADEMIKS wrong, and it started off by saying 12:57 a.m. Saturday, what did Ak lie about? A thread. Loren would present her first piece of evidence, and that would be AKADEMIKS on stream shaping a narrative that Kendrick Lamar fans are broke, dusty, no lineups, and they don't spend money.
Again, I don't want to dismiss this dude. I just think his fans is broke. His fans is a bunch of niggas that don't have a lineup. They got no haircut, nappy headed, or just straight up white boys who are degenerates, who used to say the N-word. No lineup, no job, no deodorant. One of these niggas with hot breath think that when they're just gonna rap a bunch of, these niggas still thinking about control. Like, of course these niggas can't. These niggas, they're not taking care of their kids. Why the fuck you think they're gonna be able to pay $400 to go to a concert? Fuck no. So, as I said, if Kendrick Lamar was giving away these tickets for, if y'all niggas on food stamps, if y'all niggas are unemployed, if you get a 20% discount, if you ain't get a haircut since 2012, this shit will be packed. It would have been sold out in a minute. But these niggas are bums. I gotta be honest.
Loren would say, after dropping the video, number one, despite what Akademiks said in a previous review about Kendrick Lamar fans not spending money, I was told exclusively from sources familiar with these numbers that merch sales for Kendrick and SZA in New Jersey alone are record-breaking, with SZA selling more for these two sold-out weekends in New Jersey. She's from New Jersey. But my sources made it clear that the way both Kendrick and SZA fans have purchased just merch alone, these last two nights were record-breaking. He would follow up by saying, now granted, that's a given when an artist is in their hometown, but we know right now nobody's running to spend money, which I think was his point. So to have fans pulling up, selling out your shows, and dropping coin should be talked about. And I know he mentioned the tickets would eventually sell out once prices dropped, but fans weren't giving broke this past weekend. And let's be honest, he had record-breaking numbers, it seemed like, in every stop that he's going. It seems every different state, every city that Kendrick Lamar and SZA are going to, we see reports of a new record-breaking performance and attendance for that performance. So it's not aging well for Akademiks. Next, Akademiks would criticize the participation of the crowd and the noise and the reactions in them singing along the lyrics of Kendrick Lamar's most popular songs, which are on the GNX tour. He was saying, hey, when you go to a Drake concert, he's barely even rapping the lyrics because too many people are singing along with what he does. They're singing the lyrics for him. It's pandemonium. It's so loud. It's crazy.
Now, this is where the first time you're gonna hear me say something, and y'all gonna call me a hater. Y'all are gonna call me a hater, but I'm just asking this question. I'm asking this question, and yes, I'm gonna use the artist that he's dissing on the song as to juxtapose my argument with. I don't know if you've been to a Drake show. I've always said I don't think Drake gives the best shows. The reason why, it's a karaoke in there. Drake don't sing half the time. Every time I go to a Drake show, I lose my voice. You sing every song, you know every song. Like the whole crowd, like you're hugging strangers singing these songs. You grew up on these songs. These songs are your childhood. These songs are like, it's just embedded in you. You know what I'm saying? So like you literally, and pause on that. And you literally just sing every fucking song. The whole arena is singing the entire time. There's no like, let's listen to Drake rap. It's like, nah, nigga, it's our time to rap. It's one of the reasons I was saying somebody who loves him, like, nigga, I want to perform it. Fuck that. Like, Drake is just kind of there just holding the mic out and people are singing his shit. It's that crazy. I'm watching this shit. And by the way, again, I'm trying to be fair, but I am trying to be critical too. Objective critical, not hating critical. The building is packed. But I'm wondering how many of these motherfuckers are like diehard Kendrick fans, because I ain't gonna lie, Like That was a huge moment. I would think the whole crowd would be rapping his verse. I'm only hearing one nigga with a camera rap the verse. But again, I don't want to, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just wondering, I'm like, wait, how is this shit so packed and these niggas is not singing every fucking, nigga, if I guarantee, let me see, what verse? Let me not use Drake. There's not many other artists that has that effect. But I would imagine if you like Kendrick to go pay, and I don't know what prices they were charging for this. You go see Kendrick Lamar, like that's one of the biggest records he's dropped. Y'all should be singing every fucking, y'all should be rapping every line. I'm hating? It's okay. If I'm hating, it's okay. Yo, a Travis Scott concert, they're singing every fucking word. Now, and this is up to you if you want to call this hate. I know Kendrick could do arenas. I know this. I'm not saying Kendrick's a small artist or nothing like that. But I'm wondering how much of this stadium tour is the direct byproduct of this moment of the battle and then Not Like Us, and maybe it attracts certain people that maybe only are there for Not Like Us. Again, I'm not saying that's most likely what's happening, but I'm wondering because I'm like, I guarantee. Watch, I guarantee for Not Like Us, they singing every word. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So I'm just wondering if these motherfuckers, I'm like, maybe they're just kind of fringe fans, but Not Like Us is the biggest. It's probably one of the biggest songs of the decade, right? So it's like, yeah, they're like, all right, okay, like that, all right. Yo, when is he gonna do Not Like Us? Which, by the way, I don't know if that's the case. Right now, it's just a theory. We're still scrolling the timeline. If I'm Kendrick, I'm doing Not Like Us 10 times. If that's the case. But I don't know yet. So
now this is where I gotta get at Akademiks, because watching this on the internet, that's a fair assessment. I'm not saying that he's wrong for his assessment. But what I will say is, you've already self-admittedly said that you had tickets to the Kendrick Lamar concert. You just conveniently thought that you had tickets for the second day of the back-to-back when it was for the first, so you didn't go. My thing would be this, Akademiks. If you actually went to the concert, then maybe you could have had a really fair assessment, because Loren LaRosa was at the show. So when she's saying that you're shaping narratives and you're saying things, she's asking you to be a responsible person when it comes to your journalistic ways. But you're not being that. And I can say this as well. I've been to concerts, and when I recorded it on my phone, it sounds different when you're in person. I'm not the technical guy, the microphone guy, and I'm not telling you why it does that, but that's just the truth. But yeah, she's just calling out your bullshit, my boy. Now, Loren would actually provide concert footage of the crowd going crazy, and I can't play that due to copyright reasons on YouTube, but just take my word for it. And she would say, Kendrick Lamar times SZA GNX show was giving karaoke, despite what Akademiks mentioned in a review. This is actually what made me mention him in a tweet. He became Kendrick's tour Yelp recently. I remembered seeing the video about fans not singing along and low energy that times the convo people were trying to have about Kendrick following the Super Bowl. Had me looking forward to seeing what the crowd energy would be like. It was on fire and not for Just Like Us. I'm gonna be honest with you. Loren knows what she's doing. Loren is trying to act naive. We know damn well that Kendrick Lamar is one of the better performers in the rap game, and we know that his crowd participation and that people really go to these concerts. We know that it's a given. We've seen that when he did the Mr. Morale, the one that Akademiks actually went to, we know that it was successful. At the time, it was one of the record-breaking concerts that he had, and that was a solo concert. So we know that Akademiks is just one of those Drake fans that just honestly will not accept the truth, and that he's just honestly just poking holes in anything Kendrick does. He's doing a little too much. Now, the last thing I would be doing if I'm Loren LaRosa is actually be taking Akademiks reviews seriously. But I honestly think this was just a reason for her to start some shit with him, talk some shit. She had this in the corner pocket. She was ready to go in on him. She was prepared, because who would take a concert review from Akademiks seriously when we know he does not go outside? But she would next present her next round of evidence by saying, Academics reviews are literally that, reviews, and he's been a little fairish lately, but parts of what he said versus what it's giving in real life didn't add up. I mean, he said Kendrick destroyed hip-hop.
That's why I said Kendrick ruined hip-hop, because ever since he came with that little battle energy, that's cool. Drake and Pusha T got into it. Niggas said Pusha T won. You know what happened? Niggas moved on, and we just kept getting hits. This nigga been like, we've been frozen in May 2024 for a fucking year. Nobody wants to drop music because you're watching the guys at the top just only focus on this beef that's a year old. I really think he ruined hip-hop because of that.
Now see, academics, this is why people are gonna say you're not of the culture. You're not from this culture. Because when has a rap battle ever messed up hip-hop? When have we ever seen a rap battle, the essence of hip-hop, which is rap battling, when have we ever seen that ruin hip-hop? No, what ruined hip-hop is people like you who are creating narratives because y'all want Drake to win so bad, or you want Kendrick not to be as successful as what he is based off the back of that battle. If y'all simply would just accept that, look, even if I don't believe the things that Kendrick said, I'm just gonna accept that this was the L and this was the outcome of the battle, and I'm just gonna let it go. But instead, what's ruining the hip hop aspect of this battle is Drake suing his label based off what Kendrick did. Instead of just accepting his L, he won't accept the fact that the song was as big as what it was. He just can't fathom that in his mind, and he thinks that this is fake. Then of course we have the fans. The fans are gonna find narratives, but there are also Drake stan pages, which yours is probably the most popular one, and it was only created post battle. It was not created because your love for Drake. It was created because you want to spread misinformation but not claim it on your real page. So you have an academics page that you put on your Grand Wizard, nigga, and every time some misinformation comes out, you literally say, hey, this isn't my page. When in actuality, you're the reason for now all of these people that's creating pages with Drake pictures and even Kendrick pictures. There are fans that are doing that as well. And everybody's just going back and forth, creating misinformation or over exaggerating certain headlines, certain statistics, just pushing narratives that don't have to be pushed. That's you. You're complaining about the stuff that you're creating.
That's why I said YB, he's dropping new music. Cardi, who dropped one of the albums of the year, they're making music.
Cardi
good.
dropped the album.
But
yeah.
But here's the point I'm trying to say. When it comes to this nigga, Kendrick, how did he done Drake? Like, you're acting like you said it was a knockout. I said, listen, the most I'll give you, if we gonna use a boxing comparison, yo, these niggas was squabbling. I had Drake up on the scorecard. Facts. I had him up on the scorecard. He's giving that nigga, yo, he's outboxing on some Floyd shit. But I ain't gonna cap with you. The reality, I'll say when Not Like Us dropped, that was like a rib shot. Like Drake, he took a stand and ate. Word two.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So,
that's not no knockout, nigga.
So then what's the argument though? That's my question. What's the argument if he got knocked out? He got knocked out. Even in Hard Part 6, he's almost admitting that he got knocked out. He's bowing out of the fight. He's throwing the white flag.
Yo, he had to take it to the streets. Nigga shooting up his crib. What are you talking about?
See what I'm saying? Delusional. He didn't get a standing 8 count. He got knocked out. Look at everything that's followed since that song came out. I don't have to describe it. Y'all were there. It's just you don't want to admit it. I mean, he said Kendrick destroyed hip hop, but also said Kendrick was a great performer who didn't need a headline.
Because I think honestly, Kendrick didn't need no co-headliner. If it's what we talking about and it's really like that, because I think it is like that. I do think it's like that. I don't think he need a co-headliner. I think he could have went out here and did by his damn self.
Honestly, I think the complaint that I would have right here, and it's nothing crazy, is yes, Kendrick can do a tour by himself. But you don't say that about your particular artist. Drake took 21 Savage, Migos, Kendrick, ASAP Rocky, J. Cole. Like, he just recently have everybody on his tour. Everybody does that. So why does he have to prove to you that he can go on a tour by himself? No, we're trying to gross as much money as possible. We're trying to break record sales. We're trying to accumulate as much money and monetization as we can. So yeah, that's your opinion. Kendrick is doing what he's supposed to do. Moral of the story, I had an expectation based off the reviews. It changed. Everything is subject to change, as you'll see below. I'm out. Catch me on the pod, the latest W, Loren LaRosa, weekdays for the entertainment news. I'm gonna just be honest, man. At the end of the day, you have to control yourself, learn to control your emotions, and you have to evaluate situations. Was this a situation where you necessarily had to do all that? I can understand a crash out every here and there, but sometimes the crash outs seem a little forced, and this was one of them. The only thing you could say was, I'm gonna call you out of your name. Well, nobody's scared of that. In fact, what she did was she used what you said to ignite her to go do her own journalistic research and literally give exhibit A through Z about you lying, shaping narratives, and really just kind of overplaying your hand in your fandom. And she didn't even mention the fact that you have been lied to by Drake. There's other stories out here that I feel like you've been overcalculating yourself, but we'll worry about that another time. I think Loren LaRosa gets the W right here, and I think that you really have to evaluate the things that you say. That's just my personal opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom!